Getting back to some of the pre-show notes here. Let's see. I'm going to jump right to, let's see. Let's go to Victoria. Victoria, you were a former cam girl, is that correct?
Yeah, before it was OF. OF didn't exist yet.
Okay. And you're 34, is that correct?
Yeah.
From what age to what age were you involved with that?
I barely did it for a month. I hated it. I absolutely hated it.
All right.
Yeah, and I think it's extremely detrimental.
Extremely detrimental.
Yeah.
How did it impact your marriage, if you don't mind me asking?
Obviously I did it with the support of my husband because I wasn't going to do it behind his back. And he didn't seem to care much as long as it was, because it had like settings so that it wasn't anyone like in Pennsylvania where we live, so that he knew that like nothing was going to happen. But he just didn't seem to have didn't care, that it didn't bother him at all.
Okay. In the pre-show notes that you provided here, you said that you have 3 baby daddies.
I do.
Oh.
Okay.
I know.
How many kids do you have?
3.
3. Oh, from 3. And I'm assuming one of them is with the guy you're currently married to.
Yes.
Are the others in the picture?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
I had one really young.
Like you co-parent?
Yeah, I co-parent with each of them. And I had one really young, and then I was married, and we planned one, and then we were separated, and I ended up pregnant.
Okay.
Yeah.
So both the 2 kids that were parented by the other men that aren't your husband were prior to your current marriage, correct?
No, unfortunately, one was before, and then one was after.
Got it.
Oh, wait. So just to be clear, okay. So you had one child, then you met your now husband. You had a kid with him, and then you had a kid with another man.
Right. I was separated
from your current husband.
From my current husband.
Okay.
And then I got pregnant.
Okay, so so that you had a kid with one guy, met your husband, kid with husband, separated from husband, had a kid with another man, back with husband.
Yes.
Okay, I see. All right. And was this an issue for him, or?
He has been raising my youngest pretty much as his dad too. And so he's a really, really good dad, an amazing dad actually. And yeah.
Okay.
Who's initiating most of the breakups?
In the beginning it was him, and then recently it was me.
Sure. What makes you want to initiate? What is it in particular? Is it just a moment of blind rage, or?
No, it's not like that. We are recovering addicts, and so we struggle sometimes, and there are times that we need to separate for our own health and safety.
Can I have you scoot your mic to the edge of the table?
Yeah.
Keep going a little bit. Perfect.
Okay.
Continue, go ahead.
And so, yeah, just for our health and safety, we have needed to separate, and so we were separated, and I started seeing somebody.
Yeah. I'd like to hear the nurses' takes on this, above my pay grade. Yeah.
About for what part?
The addicts part and the.
I empathize. I don't. I can't imagine how hard that is. Have you relapsed, or has he relapsed? Like, is that a common issue, or?
It's not super common, but it happens, and one of the times was because of that. Yeah.
Do you guys do like meetings, or how do you stay clean?
I'm actually currently going to a methadone clinic, and so that's how I stay clean. And he is on Suboxone, and he's just been trying to stay clean, but he had a recent relapse. And so
do you ever think about what it would be like? Maybe, I mean, I know this might be hard because considering you have children together, but maybe it's just not a great situation in general to stay together. Like, maybe you need a partner that can empathize with you, but is healthy and doesn't struggle with the same exact issue. Vices.
That's certainly something that I've thought of, and one of the reasons that we separated.
If it makes you feel better, I was actually raised by a single mom with 3 brothers who was a drug addict as well. Wow. So yeah, so my dad left when I was 8, and my mom was addicted to drugs and alcohol, and we were homeless at one point. We're in a women's refuge at one point. We had no money, like nothing.
Wow.
So yeah, I know what your kids would feel like. It's not fun, but you know, like we got through it. But yeah, you're not the only person who's had this sort of struggle. I had it.
Absolutely, yeah.
When I think part of it too is I wonder, I mean, of course for your health and your husband's or ex-husband's, but also the children, like the constant rotation of, you know, breaking up, getting back together, relapsing and going, you know, getting clean, that ultimately I think a lot of the attention is put on your sobriety and your partner's sobriety, and then the kids have to adapt through that. That becomes very difficult. So just wondering if like a better situation would be with a healthy partner.
That's definitely something I've been thinking about myself.
Now, you said that you would like to discuss how being a cam girl destroyed your self-esteem, how promiscuity has become so mainstream that it's destroying the dating world. You'd like to talk about how your own personal promiscuity has brought nothing but negativity into your life, and that you don't want this for other young women?
Yes, I mean, that's basically my story, that it's like a cautionary tale to, you know, avoid the things that I have done.
So, like, I guess as providing an example, when you say your own personal promiscuity, what was the scope of the promiscuity?
Well, just the fact that I got separated and had another baby, like that. I was obviously sleeping with somebody else. I wasn't sleeping with a lot of people, but promiscuity itself just destroyed my self-esteem whenever I was younger, because I went through so many different men, because I was a single mom and looking for a partner, and it was hard. And then I slept through so many different men, and it was just detrimental.
Sure.